Oh, Megan, it is June 29th. It's Tuesday. And we started the show talking about Gwen Berry, who's an Olympian and was on the podium at the Olympic trial. I think it's the Olympic trials. And turned away from the American flag during the medal ceremony. Um, and then Dan Crenshaw went on Fox News to say we don't need any more activist athletes. And this is what happens when you teach critical race theory in schools. So first of all, Sonny brilliantly answered the whole thing. Critical race theory is not taught in schools. It is a law school theory about the systemic racism and the resulting inequalities from the historical racism in this country. It's not. I mean, it what Dan Crenshaw is doing by saying that is basically saying we don't want these uppity black athletes, voicing an opinion. Is basically, it's a racist dog whistle. Um, the GOP use of critical race theory is entirely just a racist dog whistle, and it's laughable if it weren't also working, because the racists in this country eat all that shit up. And the whole idea of denying the fact that we're a racist country by trying not to teach the history of racism is it's so GOP. It's like the picture of what is wrong with the entire party. Well, one of the pictures that's wrong with the entire party. So in response to that, and everybody had pointed out that Dan Patrick didn't show as much fervor over the January 6th insurrection. And you read a long passage from him where at the very end he said something about the people that attacked the Capitol were bad. But he also voted against the independent commission to investigate why it happened and what happened. So there, if you don't want it to happen again, you want to find out how it got there to begin with. That seems pretty anti-American to not want to be able to understand what brought a bunch of people to the Capitol to try to storm the Capitol, take it over, interrupt the constitutional process, and potentially kill legislators. That is a pretty big deal and a lot more important about understanding reconciliation in this country than an athlete using her right to peacefully protest. So then you say this is a hill you're gonna die on about respecting the flag. And this is the kind of, bullshit thing the Republicans do all the time. You included. You like you wanted to show the symbolism. You want to bow down to the symbols and the flag and the anthem but you don't actually care about the country. You say respect the flag, but you're not respecting the Constitution by telling her she can't do what she just did. She has a right to peacefully protest. That's the point of this country. That's one of the things that makes this country great. Because you say it's using propaganda against us by Putin. There is no right to protest in Russia. Those people are being murdered for protesting. She has the right to do this. And she's calling attention to the fact that there are problems in this country. And just because of the fact that you don't want our enemies to know that we have problems doesn't mean we don't have problems that need to be fixed. So your whole circular argument is we can't tell anyone we have any problems or do anything to fix our problems because other people will then know is just bullshit. And it's so waspy. And then you went on a big long story about your father's cellmate, which just it's a wonderful story about him willing to be beaten the crap out of him just to sew the American flag into his prison garb. but I don't think that this is the place of the forum for that story. One doesn't equate to the other. Um, and your defiance and anger toward her, which is far greater than your defiance and anger toward anything else that's going on in this country. You're just so fired up. It's just outsized, and it's misplaced. You have every right. I'm not going to tell you not to be angry, but I'm going to tell you that your anger, the things you choose to be angry about, do not display your patriotism. They display your hypocrisy. And then we moved on to masks. The WHO is saying vaccinated people should still be wearing masks, and the CDC hasn't caught up to that yet. If you'll remember, back in December of 2019, January of 2020, when the world was dealing with COVID in a serious lockdown way, and it hadn't yet hit the US, we didn't take any precautions, which is why we got screwed, and specifically got screwed in New York, and Southern California, and Seattle area were the first hotspots, because those are entry points from international travel, significant entry points. And so, the World Health Organization is just trying to say, hey, this isn't over. Don't get too comfortable or complacent. There's still work to do. And you somehow finally came around to about, okay, well, if the CDC says that we should, then I'll follow that. Which you've been railing against the CDC, and you don't trust the government anymore. So that's a weird switch for you. But welcome to some sort of sanity. And then you lament the fact that you're not going to get your Hot Vaxxed Summer. You made a hat that you were going to wear on July 4th, and now that's wrecked. Oh, poor Meghan can't wear her cute hat because there's a global pandemic happening. Sad. Selfish and sad. However, speaking not of selfishness, but of priority, 100% you leave behind anyone who does not have their Precheck. I have a Nexus Pass that gets me in and out of Canada and the US. I have Precheck. I have global entry, and I am not waiting. I'm not going to cross the border if you don't have it, with the exception of my mother. I will take her. But I have on many occasions said, I will see you on the other side. I will take my fast lane. Thank you very much. Anyone can get it.